And this is day 79, and apparently I'm in a train. So you see the scene outside. Beautiful scenery, isn't it? It is. Okay, it's a long story, but I'm traveling every day. Same route. So much water. You see it again. Oh my god. Can you see it? Actually, I think it's reflecting. But just to explain the scenery, there is lots and lots of water, and this is actually the passage uh, with the coastal line of Australia. So, just to see on the map, if someone would be interested on Google Maps, that would be Newcastle and Central Coast, Woi Woi, my favorite suburb apparently nowadays, and Horns Bay. So this is the line that I'm traveling, and then obviously from Sydney I'm traveling this line, uh, and it's an interesting route. Long story, which I'm not sure if I have uploaded the other videos previously that I talked about, but it would give the context why I'm traveling like this. And if I have not, then I would not see the context. Okay. And the cases are going crazy in Sydney. There is a bungle. Apparently, there were 1,200 or 1,400 COVID cases that were falsely, um, marked by the laboratory of Sydney. So now government is trying to cover them up, and laboratories are that government made the mistake. So I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know what's happening anymore. This is apparently everyone is blaming everyone, and there's this circus going on. And with regards to circus, there was this thought that I was thinking the other day. So you know how in circus there used to be a little cute elephant who was tied with a little stick around his leg. We have all seen that, right? And as the circus people would go around, they would take the elephant along with them. But apparently, the stick wouldn't change. There's a little thin stick that would always be. He would always be, tied loosely with that little stake or whatever little weak, chain that is to bind him. But as he grows very strong. With one gentle push, he can rip it off. But elephant never realizes it. The reason is, in circus, he always thinks that his mind is trained by the coaches or his trainers, that eventually he is not strong enough. So he becomes that weakling, and he remains tied to that string of the in that particular circus. And we all know the power of an elephant. He can actually rip off all the jungles. They actually pave the way in the jungle, if we know the fact. The pathways that we see in thick jungles, that is created by elephants, because the jungles are very thick with regards to vegetables growing on the grounds, or the trees, the roots coming out. So they're very thick. For a normal human being, if we were to go to the jungle, we would find it very difficult to walk, because there would be so much vegetation. Vegetation was the word I was looking for. So much vegetation around our feet that we will be always scared of snakes underneath, or some other creatures. So elephants are the one who pave way in the jungle. So if they can do that, imagine the strength they have. One of the strongest animals on planet Earth, or recent species that we know of. But elephant doesn't use that power. That particular elephant. And apparently, if he were to use the power and rip off, there would be no circus. There would only be the Great Elephant Show. Okay. Now, taking this analogy to our life, we all have been programmed by the social media, social circumstances, or the social ideas of the day, that we are not that strong. We cannot really push the bar that high. We have to remain under certain limitations because the society has set those limitations for us. And we think, okay, that's fine, we will stay in these limitations and we will function accordingly. But apparently, just in that much power, if we were to realize and we were to push off those limitations, just imagine the kind of strength that we, as human beings, as a human spirit, born of, there is so much strength in each one of us that we do not really realize. We're the same elephants in that circus that just is playing the part in the circus, and then it gets tied down to the same loose string which has no meaning, which cannot hold him. But apparently, because we have been programmed like that, we just get stuck to that loose string which is being tied around us. So it's time. It's very, very high time to really push off that string and take action. Take action to the positive future, to the future of strength, to the future of motivation, and do our thing. Because at the end of the day, there are so many mystical secrets that we don't know of. As we can assume and make up whatever we want. There's no limitation to that. But if we were to see the facts and whatever with the given picture that we have, this is one life we have, and we might come back in some other life, and then there's a different story to that. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about this particular present life. And there has been so much research that this is in our control. This is in our control, right? This is destiny. We create our destiny. They say, okay, palmistry and everything, it is probably true, but this is also not false. We can create our destiny. The lines change when we take control. So once we take control, that's the power that we possess. We can change the dimension of our life. We can change the trajectory of our life if we were to take step towards that control that we want to gain in our lives. So I keep thinking on this particular aspect, that why that particular elephant doesn't come out of that circus, because they have always been programmed that they have to stay in that circus. Same as with humans, we are programmed to stay in this circus of life, and then one day think, oh, dreams would have come true, but we didn't have courage. So it's high time to take the route which is less traveled, break off those shackles, and be strong to pursue your dreams. Thank you.